Going from Nigeria to Brunei, Brunei has become the first East Asian country to adopt Sharia law, despite widespread condemnation around the world from any number of international human rights groups. The Islamic criminal law is set to include, listen to this, punishments such as flogging, dismemberment, and death by stoning for crimes including rape, adultery, and sodomy. These religious laws will work alongside the existing, I guess it's the civil penal code. Consensual sex between homosexuals will, of course, also be criminalized. Death by stoning is the prescribed punishment there. During a ceremony a few days ago, the Sultan of Brunei, Hassan al-Bolkiah, announced the commencement of the first phase. This is phase one of the Sharia-based penal code, according to the government's official website. The oil-rich kingdom of Brunei, located on the island of Borneo, has a population of only 412,000 people, slightly more populous than the country of Iceland. The country already follows conservative Islamic rule. This is just the next step. This is a quote, a number of UN studies have revealed that women are more likely to be sentenced to death by stoning due to deeply entrenched discrimination and stereotyping against them. Conservatives in the U.S. must be really conflicted, Lewis, because on the one hand, they don't like Muslims. They oppose law based on Sharia law. They claim, some even, that President Obama is a secret Muslim who wants to bring Sharia law to this country. At the same time, much of the nitty-gritty of Sharia law is not drastically different from the Christian version of Sharia law that so many of these extremist Christians, which of course are only a small portion of all Christians in this country, want. Aside from specifically stoning, although that is in the Bible, being against homosexuality, disproportionately taking control over women's lives, men typically controlling women's lives, sodomy laws. I mean, there are many similarities here.
It's true. One difference that I've noticed is that the Christian fundamentalists don't seem to be in favor of death if there is rape. They seem to leave rape out of the equation when we talk to them for some reason.
You're actually right. It's certainly not, for the most part, it's not as high of a priority there. And that we do see here. So, and it's always interesting when we hear people in the U.S. say, you know, what Russia's doing around gay propaganda, it's not that bad. Or what Uganda's doing around the problems with gay sex and criminalizing that, it's really not that bad. Of course, none of them would ever go live in any of these countries. And the countries that they claim to be so against seem to actually have really well-functioning systems of healthcare and education. Those are often just called communist European countries.
Right. That's how you brush that off. You say communist, socialist, terrible devil stuff or whatever.
We are member supported, and there's a whole other show that we do just for our supporters. Get all of those member benefits right now by going to davidpakman.com.